From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Zaira Sanchez Aguilar.
And I'm Carpio Grego, and welcome to the last newscast of the semester.
The New Mexico Department of Health says to make sure your pets are vaccinated for rabies. That's always a good idea, but even more so now.
That's right. A hiker in the Gila National Forest near Silver City tested positive for rabies after a coyote bit him. It's the fourth rabid animal in southwest New Mexico this year, following a bobcat in Sierra County, a coyote in Catron County, and a dog in Grant County. Now, there have been 9 cases overall in the state this year, and the public health veterinarian says the best protection is to make sure your animals are vaccinated.
And one growing problem is when people don't have enough to eat. When you think of that, you don't always think of college students.
That's right, Sada, but it is a problem, and NMSU has its very own food bank on campus. Now, every month, the people who run it try to spread the message that they can help. News22's Ruby Mendoza has the story.
Hundreds of people in need of food lined up recently for Pete's Pantry in the park.
Unfortunately, right now, times are very up and down. Our economy is not where it needs to be, and our thing right now is how can we support them? So it's not just students. That's why we include staff faculty.
Food items of all kinds handed out by volunteers. Pete's Pantry is a source for those facing food insecurity.
Everything is too expensive right now, even for our staff and faculty. And so it should be known that this is a resource to help them just make sure that they're not stressing about something else.
From bananas to pinto beans and to turkeys, people come to the Aggie cupboard here in times of need, especially during the holiday season approaching.
It's just super cool to see the community come in and get some food that they need. It's nice to give back.
From the turnout, you can see that, people value whatever it is they're getting here, no matter how small it is, so it's important.
Aggie cupboard also has other pickup points for food on campus year-round.
We also have a second location now in Corbett Center, which is like a little pop-up. And because of the use of technology, which is our Pantry Soft software, they can order ahead and determine where it's easier or best for them to pick up.
Bags and boxes filled with the spirit of community support.
There you go. You're welcome.
Ruby Mendoza, News 22.
Well, I guess not all heroes wear capes, guys, but, speaking of the weather, it's December, the weather's finally cold, the holiday drinks are out, people are eating pumpkin pies, but I'm a little jealous because Albuquerque got some snow, and we didn't.
Yeah, why can't it snow here?
Well, I was disappointed too, guys, but hey, maybe we'll get a Christmas miracle and we'll definitely get some snow by the end of the month. But before we talk about what we saw today, let's go ahead and take a look at what is happening right now. This is a live look outside of Milton Hall at New Mexico State University, and as you can see, not a lot really going on right now, a little bit dark, a couple of people walking from their nightly classes right now on campus, but overall, not a really lot to look at. Taking a look at some of the current conditions that we are seeing right now here in Las Cruces, as you can see, partly cloudy skies, 47 degrees on the temperature, so a little bit colder. Those winds blowing from the south at 5 miles an hour. That humidity and dew point a little bit higher than we're used to down here in the borderlands. 26% humidity, 24-degree dew point. And then finally, that barometer rounding us out at 30.01 inches. Taking a look a little bit deeper into what we felt today, we had a high of 57, a low of 32. That averaged out to 45 degrees. So a little bit of what we're feeling now is going to fit into that average. We were nowhere close to any of those records that we had, as a high of 73 degrees in 2007. I guess that Las Cruces didn't get the memo that it was December or something. And then finally, a low of 18 degrees in 2020. So it's definitely a lot colder. Today we had no rain, so that leaves our yearly precipitation at 9.56 inches, but maybe the snow will be able to fix that by the end of the month. Now don't go too far, because a little bit later I'll be telling you guys what is happening here in the nation and around the world, but first we'll kick it back to Zaira and Carpio at the desk.
Thanks, Diego. Veterans who serve their country and then go to college can sometimes feel that they don't belong.
That's right, but recently NMSU had a week full of events to show their appreciation. One activity was a campus picnic that brought students, families, and service members together. Deshaun Garduño reports.
For veterans like Theron Imlay, events like this feel meaningful because they reflect how campus views those who served.
We hear a lot about that a lot of times veterans aren't welcome in schools and stuff, and I think this really proves that here at NMSU, the local veteran community and the veteran students are a very important part of what happens here.
Imlay says many veterans see service as something that stays with them long after leaving the military, a lifelong identity that shapes how they move through school, work, and everyday life.
Being a veteran is a lifelong commitment. We didn't just get discharged and military duties are over.
But he also pointed to newer challenges younger veterans are facing, especially those dealing with health effects tied to deployment.
Now we're scrambling now because veteran suicide is so high. We've got a lot of younger veterans who experienced the burn pits in Iraq and through the Gulf War, a lot of problems coming out of that, and they're just starting to develop.
That's why the informational booths mattered so much. They offered veterans direct access to programs that understand their specific needs physically, mentally, and academically. Others at the picnic, like Mark Peterson, say the event also reflects how many students, faculty, and staff have personal ties to military service.
At this campus, there's a high percentage of people that if they're not veterans, they have parents or brothers or nephews or cousins that are veterans.
He also noted that NMSU's full week of programming is something he didn't see at his own college, and that this kind of recognition makes a difference. Veterans say the picnic was a space to be recognized, supported, and connected with a campus community that values their service.
Deshaun Garduño, News 22.
Stay tuned. Diego will be back with the national weather forecast.
And later, one organization is helping guide students to their healthcare field. More on that when News 22 continues.
Buckle up for Motor Week's 45th anniversary season. We'll have the here and now, expert car and car care advice, plus a fun look in the rearview mirror. Join me, John Davis, for Motor Week 45.
Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Hi everyone, I'm David Foster.
And I'm Catherine McPhee. We hope you will join us for the We Heart Public Television Telethon on this public television station.
We're going to be performing a special song and lots of our PBS friends will be there too, so please, come on, don't miss it.
I'm Samantha Brown, and I'm always looking to find the destinations, the experiences, and most importantly, the people who make us feel like we're really a part of a place. That's why I have a love of travel and why these are my places to love.
Saturday at 7 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Now, for many high schoolers, figuring out a career future can be very overwhelming, Sada.
That's right, Carpio, but one national organization is helping guide students into healthcare with hands-on experience and real-world challenges. News 22's Elijah Cabrales shows us how this is being done.
Learning CPR, studying, and preparing the next generation of health professionals is the goal of HOSA, Health Occupations Students of America.
The actual skills that are designed for them to succeed in the field that they want to go in, while we're giving CPR certifications, BLS certifications, stop the bleed, fast training, a lot of things that they might not get within the classroom setting.
Students at the regional competition choose from more than 100 events to compete in, challenging their medical knowledge and their ability to communicate under pressure. But students today aren't just practicing for competition. They are perfecting real-world skills that they can take into any healthcare field or any career that they like.
Leadership skills are applicable to any field, and I think they're genuinely so important no matter what you do. And if you could take a lead and initiate things in life, you're definitely going to be successful. And for me, HOSA has really facilitated those skills. There's so many leadership opportunities.
Students also learn about outreach.
There's community awareness projects where they have to go out, make the community a better place. They're running blood drives around the schools and community. They are getting donations for local organizations, and just having to talk to people and present as far as those soft skills. How do I not be on my phone? How do I make eye contact? How do I talk to people that I don't necessarily know?
The main message spread today was that programs like HOSA can be beneficial for any student, no matter their interests.
Even if I don't end up going into the medical field, these are skills that it's good to know.
HOSA is more than just a club. It's a place where students can grow, challenge themselves, and open doors in the medical world. Elijah Gonzalez, News 22.
The holiday season in Las Cruces is getting a magical twist as the Borderland Ballet prepares to bring the Nutcracker to life on stage.
For months, dancers of all ages have been rehearsing to tell the holiday story that has captured audiences around the world for more than a century. Mikey Tonko takes us behind the scenes at Borderlands Ballet.
From 1892 Russia to becoming a global holiday tradition, the Nutcracker tells the story of Clara and her magical journey. A night that transforms her from a curious girl into a brave dreamer discovering new worlds. It's a celebration of local talent and family tradition.
It definitely means a lot to play Clara because she is such a big character, and I've just had so much fun learning the character and playing the part.
Borderlands Ballet's production blends classical choreography with a Southwest sense of community to bring this timeless tale to life.
I grew up doing Nutcracker in South Florida as a kid, and so seeing him in the same position as Fritz and in Party Scene, it's pretty awesome.
Months of rehearsals alongside this cast, and excitement is building here at Borderlands Ballet, giving audiences in Las Cruces local talent to a story audiences all over the world have loved for more than a century.
Nutcracker is a great way to be introduced because there's beautiful costumes, the Tchaikovsky score is amazing.
The added magic also comes from a live orchestra, musicians and dancers, and a unique score.
Some of the music feels like it's in my bones, like I just want to move when I hear the music. And it's always so fun sharing that holiday magic.
How fast, how slow, and people, different dancers have different tempos. So I need to know what they are doing, learn what are their speeds, so we match with the music.
With opening night just days away, the dancers, musicians, and families behind this production hope the community will feel the same joy they've poured into every rehearsal and every pirouette. Mikey Tonko, News 22.
Tickets for Borderlands Ballet's Nutcracker are available now with performances throughout the second and third weekends of December. It's too dry here in southern New Mexico, so Las Cruces City Council says we should go easy on the fireworks. On Monday, the council voted to restrict fireworks usage starting this coming Sunday.
The resolution bans all fireworks in areas covered wholly or part by timber, brush, or native grass. It includes missile-type rockets, helicopters, aerial spinners, and stick-type rockets, as well as chasers and firecrackers. Las Cruces has already had several trash, structure, and open area fires in 2025. Well, everyone's going to be dancing around the Christmas tree, singing Mariah Carey, or listening to her, but I'm kind of wondering what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah, Diego is next with the National Weather Forecast.
Thanks, guys. Well, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, it did snow here in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, I apologize, and the rest of the nation as well. As you can see, a lot of heavy coverage happening near Santa Fe and Espanola, but it also trickled down into Albuquerque and even into the eastern part of the state near Clovis. Outside of that, much more of the heavy coverage happening in that Rocky Mountain region in Colorado. And then as we move a little bit over here, up in that New England area near New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So that is what we can expect in the coming days and what we're expecting right now. Heading into the next map that we have, we are going to see how some of that moisture is going to be moving within the next 24 hours. You can see a lot of it bunching up both in the Pacific Northwest and down here in the Southeast. You can see Savannah, Georgia getting a lot of it, but as we move farther into the late afternoon tomorrow and even into the evening, we're going to see a lot of that snow moving into the northern tip of Idaho and even up near Spokane, Washington, where we're going to get both a mixture of both a little bit of snow and a little bit of rain. If we can do a final map here, the next map, that is all my maps, so I'll be back after the break.
Fresh, traditional, original, the finest quality, and always tasty. Products that define a culinary culture and one of the greatest food capitals of the world. Follow the trails to Oishi, Tokyo on NHK World Japan.
Thursday at 2 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
PBS News, providing trusted coverage in a rapidly moving news cycle.
The Supreme Court temporarily barred the Trump administration from deporting Venezuelan migrants.
And diving deeper into critical issues.
Over the past 15 years, pedestrian and cyclist deaths on our roads have increased dramatically.
Every year in the United States, as many as 1 billion birds die while migrating.
And the way that we live, having windows, is killing birds.
Weekends at 6:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what the temperatures are like right now around the land of enchantment. So today it was pretty cold all around the state due to some of that snow that was happening in the north. Farmington at 36 degrees, the state capital Santa Fe at the Roundhouse at 35, Albuquerque at 44, Gallup over here at 42, moving south to Socorro at 51, out east to Clovis here at 43, Roswell at 47, Rio Doso at 43, and then finally Las Cruces and Deming matching each other at 57. Now heading into tomorrow, it is going to be a little bit warmer outside in most of the cities in New Mexico. Farmington and Santa Fe matching each other at 42, Albuquerque at 47, Gallup at 46, Socorro at 53, outside east to Clovis at 54. I guess Roswell, Las Cruces, and Deming really wanted to be different. So 61 in Roswell, 49 in Rio Doso, 62 in Las Cruces, and then finally ending out in Deming at 61. Now heading into some of the neighboring cities around Las Cruces, there's going to be a lot of clear skies, but very, very cold nights. So 33-degree low tonight in Alamogordo. Clear skies tomorrow, 57 degrees the high with sunny skies. Heading into my favorite name for a city in Truth or Consequences, low tonight of 29 degrees, clear skies, and then tomorrow 58-degree high with sunny skies. Silver City, 28-degree low tonight with clear skies, and then tomorrow 53-degree high with sunny skies as well. And then also finally in the city of the Crosses, 32-degree low with clear skies. So if you're in southern New Mexico and you're going to sleep tonight, definitely bundle up with a couple of blankets, but then throw them away tomorrow because then it's going to rise to a high of 62 degrees with a little bit of clouds in there. Now that is all that I have for you guys right now, but let's kick it back to Syra and Carpio at the desk for more news.
Thanks, Diego. From the borderland city of El Paso to the global stage in Tokyo, Jesus Hasso breaks barriers by representing Team USA at the 2025 Deaf Olympics.
Judith Campos reports.
Burgess High School student and young athlete Jesus Hasso represented Team USA on the 22nd of November. He competed in Taekwondo at the Deaf Olympics in Tokyo, proving that determination speaks louder than words. He says it all started when their father took him and his twin brother, Angel Hasso, to practice for the first time after quarantine.
Well, I started in Taekwondo when I was 13 years old. I have no idea what I do.
We were at home and we were misbehaving a little, and my dad just got home and said get in the car, and we ended up at the gym, and we've been here for 5 years now.
When they first started, Angel was there as the middleman to help his coach and brother understand each other.
It was a struggle at the beginning to make each other understand each other. Then we developed our own language.
The language they developed was a combination of ASL with gestures they made up. That language helped Jesus learn the physical language of Taekwondo, and he has learned it well. He's won regional, state, and district competitions, and he won in the national championship 3 times. The Deaf Olympics is the first time he's competed with other deaf athletes. His opponent was from Gabon, and even though he lost his match and did not advance, he's looking forward to his next adventure.
In 4 years, it will happen in the Olympics in LA.
Judith Campos, News 22.
And if that was enough sports for you, Ben's got you covered.
Well, thanks, Carpio. Coming up in sports, a legendary wrestling tag team are defending their titles here in the borderland. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This season on Sarah's Weeknight Meals, a world of delicious food. Gracias. Perfecto. Plus, easy meals that take the stress out of supper. Join me on Sarah's Weeknight Meals.
Monday at 2:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
The news comes at you so fast that sometimes you miss stories that impact you. Enter KRWG's Friday News Wrap. Explore exclusive content, in-depth news, deeper dives into stories, and so much more. Get it delivered to your email by subscribing free at krwg.org. KRWG Public Media, powered by you.
On Ask This Old House, we help homeowners across the country tackle small projects. It looks great. That deliver a big impact. Real problems, real solutions. Join us for a brand new season of Ask This Old House.
Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Ben Schlidler, and let's talk sports. Early signing day in college football was yesterday, and we got a chance to see who the next generation of Aggie football players will be. Some notable commits include Jordan LeBron Downey, a 6'2", near 300-pound edge rusher from Oakville, Ontario, Canada. Sophomore quarterback Kalani McLeod looks to one day take over the reins of the Aggie offense. And we brought in borderland wide receiver prospect Jadarius Sanders out of El Dorado High School in El Paso. The Aggies brought in 8 new prospects in total as they get ready for their 2026 campaign. On Tuesday, the Aggies were handed a heartbreaking loss for the first time this season. And this Saturday, they'll have a chance to get back on their feet against Abilene Christian. The big issue for the Aggies on Tuesday, they did not get to the free throw line. They only got 13 free throws all game compared to South Alabama's 39 attempts. That's something they'll have to improve on if they're going to make it far this year. Last year when Abilene Christian came to Pan Am, they came away with the win. This Saturday at 7, the Aggies hope to get that win back. And tonight we'll end the segment in the squared circle with some pro wrestling. This weekend, TNA Wrestling is coming to the Borderland with their last show of the year, Final Resolution. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night at the El Paso County Coliseum, the stars of TNA will be out. The card for Friday's show is headlined by JDC taking on Frankie Kazarian for the TNA World title, and legendary tag team the Hardy Boys will defend their tag team titles against TNT. And when I spoke with Matt and Jeff about the match, they made one thing clear. The 34-year vets are not going down without a fight.
And I've been dealing with a neck injury since we lost the NXT titles back at Halloween Havoc. So I'm not going to be 100%, but I'm going to come close to 95%. I believe I'm going to give it my all, man.
Man, these guys they're young, they're strong, they're fast, they're explosive, but it's hard to overcome experience, especially with all the experience we have, and we still put everything together on the highest level.
And that's all for sports tonight. Now it's time to say goodbye to our graduating News 22 seniors, Saida and Carpio. We'll have that after the break.
The 4600 series of Love of Quilting is bursting with quilting techniques and patchwork projects.
In addition to creating memorable quilt blocks, we'll learn to make a simple quilted vest, a table runner made of men's ties, and a bag designed to carry your cutting mats.
You'll also master free motion and walking foot quilting, quilting in the hoop, serger techniques for quilters, and even quilt as you go.
We're excited to have you join us in the studio for this season of Love of Quilting.
Tuesday at 2:30 on KRWG Public Media.
The thought of getting rid of a vehicle you love but no longer need can conjure up mixed feelings. Lots of great memories of road trips, vacations, and special moments. But you're not really using it anymore and it's kind of taking up space. Here's the thought. Donate it to KRWG Public Media. Proceeds support KRWG-TV and you'll have another great memory of that old thing. Get started at krwg.org. KRWG Public Media, powered by you.
Now, this is our last newscast of the semester, and as hard as it's going to be, it means we must say goodbye to our graduating seniors. This semester, we have two. They're the news anchors today, both Syra and Carpio.
I am Carpio Grego. I have been I guess you would say, an anchor reporter here at News22 for the past 3.5 years. I'm Carpio Grego. It's sports ball time. One thing that I'm very grateful for is just the opportunity to become a better reporter. If I had to do college all over again, I wouldn't change anything. And that's all for sports tonight. You're kind of forced to grow up. The only way you can get over those fears is to face them, right?
My name is Saida Sanchez Aguilar, and I'm a student reporter from the Department of Journalism and Media Studies with News22 and Noticias 22.
Estas son las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. The Los Cruces Police Department wants your help in the investigation.
More than 8 years. When I joined this program, I think with Noticias 22 and News22, I met a lot of great people that made me realize the value and what good school could do.
How time flies by. That's what happens when you're having fun. That's all for the News22 semester, folks. Thank you for everyone for joining us.
This is the last time you'll be seeing me and Carpio on News22, but keep an eye out for what we do next. For the last time, I'm Saida Sanchez Aguilar.
And I'm Carpio Grego. Now keep an eye out because Noticias 22 is coming up after this. Good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Carmina Conde y estas son las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. Las condiciones de sequía son extremas. Ahora que las festividades están cerca, el Ayuntamiento de Las Cruces votó el lunes para restringir el uso de fuegos artificiales en algunas zonas de la ciudad. El monitor de sequía de Estados Unidos muestra que en el condado de Doña Ana, las condiciones de sequía extrema se espera que continúen a lo largo del año. Por ende, prohíben todos los fuegos artificiales en áreas cubiertas total o parcialmente de madera, mata o hierba nativa con el fin de reducir el riesgo de incendios causados por los fuegos artificiales utilizados en Nochebuena y Navidad. Informaron de varios incendios de mata, basura, estructuras y áreas abiertas durante el 2025. La petición fue hecha por el Cuerpo de Bomberos y se llevará a cabo desde el 7 de diciembre. Un coyote que mordió a un senderista en el Parque Nacional Gila salió positivo a rabia. El senderista no tuvo que ser hospitalizado, pero sí recibió un tratamiento ante la infección de rabia. Este es el cuarto animal rabioso identificado en el suroeste de Nuevo México durante este año, después de un gato montés en el condado de Sierra, un coyote en el condado de Catrón y un perro en el condado de Grant. La Sociedad Protectora de Animales High Desert Humane recomienda mantener al día las vacunas de sus mascotas y asegurarse de que lleven las placas de identificación vigentes. Si su gato o perro ha sido mordido o arañado por un animal salvaje, llame a su veterinario para que le ponga una vacuna de refuerzo contra la rabia, incluso si la herida no es grave. Eso ha sido todo mi parte. Este fue el último noticiero de este semestre y les agradecemos por su atención. Pero no vayan a ninguna parte porque regresaremos el próximo semestre con más noticias. También recuerden seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales como Instagram, Facebook y YouTube y que pasen muy buenos días festivos. Hasta luego.